Hello, my name is David Hershowitz. Um, I'm teaching 6th and 7th grade mathematics this quarter and the next. Um, so, this is at Kellogg Middle School in Shoreline School District. So, I actually kind of have the unique experience of now being in two placement schools. I had the one placement in the fall, and then because of those circumstances, I'm in this new one in the winter time. And so I've gotten to see kind of how two different places integrate technology. Um, Both of my first mentor teacher and this mentor teacher definitely use technology. They use the active board and then the projector, of course, for showing examples. Obviously super important they use technology for showing examples in math. And then both utilize the personal technology that the students all have quite a bit for mathematics. Granted, I think my first mentor teacher used it a lot more than this one did. Like, she even went so far as to have, like, use the application Classkick, and then she would, like, the students would write their answers on their iPads, and she would be able to grade and check their answers in real time and monitor their progress. Um, this one, like my next mentor teacher, definitely uses it for presentation, but he doesn't have the students use their iPads nearly as much. In this case, it's Chromebooks actually at my newest placement. Doesn't have them use it nearly as much for their assignments. He more so relies on worksheets and workbooks. Another stark divide between those two is on the use of calculators. Like, uh, my first placement was like fully on board with no, they're going to use calculators anyway, so we might as well just let them use them now. Versus the school I'm at now is like much more so on the side of nope, they need to learn how to do all this by hand, like multiplication tables, long division, all of this. So it's been a really super interesting contrast. I don't really know much about the school I'm at pre-COVID versus now. I know it's a new building. The school I was at before, I actually had the experience of being there as a student, and um, I mean, back all that was bad. Like way back then, back in my day, like we were using like the overhead projector with the clear screen and all that stuff. So, and I certainly didn't have my own personal iPad. So yes. Um, I would say like the biggest struggle is having the students like actually use that technology for its intended purpose, right? So that kind of gets us into one of the divides. Um, it was the first one, but students have we put all this in like put all this information into these students like Chromebooks, iPads. Like I was having this conversation the other day with my mentor teacher. Like there's Khan Academy, which has these amazing um, lessons and amazing assignments that match up with our curriculum, and he cannot get the students to use them. Right? We put all these resources there, and like all they're looking for is really like where are the games and how can I hack the system so that I can maximize my ability to play games instead of, for example, do the standardized testing that we were doing earlier this week. So, you know, students, especially nowadays, like they grow up, they've grown up with technology in their hands. They're they're wizards. So, like it's getting them to focus on using the technology for education and not for something that's distracting, that I would say is the biggest struggle. um, in reading through like the three different divides, um, I would definitely say like the schools that I've been at are definitely quite, especially the first one was very restrictive in terms of what the students could do. The iPads were largely locked outside of certain applications. Um, Phones were not allowed. So they were like, I don't like, I feel like in middle school, like you do need to be more restrictionist. So I feel like my opinion would be different for high school, but um, definitely I would say that students have been quite limited. The new school that I'm at is a little bit less restrictionist in terms of what they let students do. So I'm kind of interested to see, and it doesn't seem like it's more of a problem, but I'm I'm interested to, like, as we go further into this, see if my opinion on that changes. In terms of the digital design divide, um, I wasn't super. And I want to attend one of these. I've gotten emails about office hours and opportunities um, for teachers to learn about the technology and um, learn about what's available for us at these different office hours or different meetings led by the school district. So, I'd be like, I'm super interested in that idea, and I think that's great for increasing the ability of educators to to be competent and knowledgeable at all of this. Um, my teacher seems pretty knowledgeable in terms of all the different applications. He was showing me how he was tracking his students' progress, like real time. Um, so yeah, and then in terms of the digital access divide, um, I would say that um, I haven't really. I would say that I've seen like a difference in terms of um, the ability, the resources. Like the second school that I've been at is definitely a little bit lower income than the first one was. So I've definitely seen like less resources, more so reusing. Like definitely like I've seen a difference in terms of uh, how wealth in the community can dictate different access. I don't know if this really falls, which one this falls between, but I do want to talk about how, like, I really wish that these things were available when I was a student, like personal devices, because I see students using them for like talk to text, for um, like correct they write their answers on the thing and then maybe it corrects it into something that's more readable, right? As someone who had problems with handwriting and as a lefty and downstream of that had big problems with handwriting that caused issues, like I wish that um, this technology enhancing like was there for me, because I feel like we are doing a good job using different things and different tools so that, for example, vision problems or handwriting problems or hearing problems, that there are tools to help these students overcome these things. So yeah, I'm excited for the rest of the quarter, and thank you.